Hello everyone, my name is Vanessa. Today is Thursday, December 17th, 2020. And the name of my channel is called Gnostic Knowledge. And what I am doing on this channel is sharing information pertaining to Gematria. And Gematria is the encoding of numbers within our letters and words. Our letters are in fact numbers. And Gematria is geometry within your language. So once you learn this code, then you will understand what is taking place within the mainstream media and other places as well, you know, when you learn what the code of Gematria is. But anyway, I'm going to be reading from GematriaEffect.News, which is Zachary K. Hubbard's blog page. Zachary K. Hubbard is the man that wrote two books. His first book is called Letters and Numbers, and his second book is called Number Games 9/11 to Coronavirus. And he is responsible for bringing the code of Gematria to the public. And man, I love the fact that I know this code, and so many other great presenters of this information know this code, and Rambo happens to be one of them. Rambo is on with Zachary K. Hubbard every Wednesday night on TFR, and which is called Truth Frequency Radio. You can listen live every Wednesday via YouTube or directly from TFR, the TFR website, Truth Frequency Radio. But anyway, so I'm going to be reading Rambo's latest post. I've been wanting to read his work for a long time, and so today I'm going to give it a shot. And I will show visuals as needed, but you can also go to GematriaEffect.News and scroll until you see Rambo's Corner, and this is the latest post that he's made. So, and you can read along with me, and on your own time, you know, be sure to read the blog pages of Zachary K. Hubbard. He has freetofindtruth.blogspot.com. He has this blog page, GematriaEffect.News. You can also read a blog page by Simple Truth, which is called Simple Truth television.blogspot.com, and he has a great blog as well. But anyway, moving right along. The name of this blog is called King James, from the King James Bible, okay? King James, as well, he's not from the Bible. The Bible is named after King James. King James lived during the 1600s, okay? But anyway, King James as an LGBT symbol. Ellen/Elliot Page, Jupiter and St. Peter's Cross. And it appears that the significant numbers within this blog will be 53, 35, and 57. So the first picture I will just show from the movie Juno, and it is Ellen Page as Juno MacGuff, MacGuff. MacGuff. The tiger symbolism refers to Jupiter, the striped planet. So she is sitting on a rug with a tiger, as you can see there, okay? So let's go ahead here. So on December 1st of 2020, the actor formerly known as Ellen Page officially came out to the public as transgendered male Elliot Page. Major credit and acknowledgement goes to Gematria Effect community member and commentator Anthony C. Davison for discovering that King James the Fourth of Scotland and First of England is coded into Page's transition story. So that will be King James the Fourth of Scotland and the First of England. So they are coded into Ellen Page's transition story. All right. So now here is a picture of the now Elliot Page as transgendered. Okay. Amazing. So, King James the Fourth of Scotland and first of England is what I'm assuming this is. But I'm going to show you that picture, but let me read what's underneath there. And this is just ridiculous if this is King James. Okay, in depictions of him in his youth, James appears androgynous, if not female. He could be described as gender fluid in modern parlance, P-A-R-L-A-N-C-E. Okay, the above portrait is from 1574. And then below, he is depicted at age 17. So I will show you these pictures really quickly. So the first one, oh my goodness, King James the Fourth of Scotland and the first of England. So let's go here, the one with the bird. And he does appear androgynous, look just like a female. Okay, and then and this and below he is depicted at age 17. My goodness, look like Princess James. That's just amazing. Amazing. So now, okay, King James, I should have shown, he's at the right. So at 17. Looked like the same person, but so let's see. I guess he's in the red. Something like to your right, okay? At age 17. Wow. So, and then I'm going to do one more, and then maybe then you can look at these pictures on your own by visiting GematriaEffect.News and looking at Rambo's work. But okay, so King James's eldest son is Henry, Prince of Wales, and is clearly depicted in girls' clothing below. That is just creepy. Portrait of a young boy, traditionally called Henry, Prince of Wales, 1594 to 1612. The eldest son of King James I of England. So this is Prince Henry of Wales. That is just mind-blowing. Okay, it says Wikipedia acknowledges that James could have been gay, and you can also, there's a link below there, and you could go to that story and read it. As a matter of fact, why not? James's sexuality is a matter of dispute. That is what's underneath here. So let me go to that article for King James. All right. And I won't read the whole thing. Well, maybe. We'll see. James's sexuality is a matter of dispute. Throughout his life, James had close relationships with male courtiers, courtiers, which has caused debate among historians about their exact nature. In Scotland, Anne Murray was known as the king's mistress. After his accession in England, his peaceful and scholarly attitude contrasted strikingly with the bellicose and flirtatious behavior of Elizabeth, as indicated by the contemporary epigram, E-P-I-G-R-A-M, epigram Rex, F-U-I-T, Elizabeth, N-U-N-C, Est Regina Lacobus. Of course, I'm butchering these words, but you can also read that this is an article on Wikipedia. Okay, and in parentheses it says, Elizabeth was king, now James is queen. It says, some of James's biographers conclude that Esme Stuart, or Esme, E-S-M-E, Esme Stuart, later Duke of Lennox, Robert Carr, later Earl of Somerset, and George Villiers, later Duke of Buckingham, were his lovers. These people I just named are supposedly, or were supposedly, King James's lovers. Wow. Sir John Oglander, Sir John Oglander observed that he never yet saw any fond husband make so much or so great dalliance over his beautiful spouse as I have seen King James over his favorites, especially the Duke of Buckingham, whom the king would, recalled Sir Edward Peyton, tumble and kiss as his mistress. Wow. I think that's enough, and I think you get the gist of what is taking place with King James. That is amazing. I never knew that. So, moving on to the Gematria aspect of Rambo's work now. It says, Gematria is more affirmative when you compare the Gematria of his name, James, and the word gay. So, the word James, the name James, equates to 48 in English ordinal. It equates to 12 in full reduction and 33 in reverse full reduction. The word gay equates to 48 reverse ordinal, 12 reverse full reduction, and 33 in English ordinal. Where Henry and his son boys, who were feminized in appearance or females, presented as males in later life in history. Okay, so that is a question. It's asking, were Henry and his son boys, I don't know, maybe that's written a little wrong, but were Henry and his boys who were feminized in appearance, were they females presented as males in later life and in history? One can only speculate, especially when you see that King James is woven into the Ellen Elliot Page narrative. So I'm going to show you this really quickly so you can at least read what I read, and maybe you can make better sense of the sentence there. And then you can also look at the comparison of the word James and the word gay. Okay? Alright, moving on. Jupiter and the planet Jupiter. So, the distinctly striped planet Jupiter, just like how the tiger in the picture of then Ellen Page, as portraying the character of Juno when she's sitting in the chair and sitting on the tiger. And it is very reminiscent of the stripes, of the tiger. So, amazing. We'll see. Alright, Elliot Page's most famous acting role is lead title character Juno McGuff in the 2007 film Juno. Juno is a Jupiter reference. The Roman goddess Juno is the patron goddess of the Roman Empire and sister and consort of god Jupiter. The planet Jupiter is distinct in its physical appearance for its stripes, like the tiger, okay? The Juno movie poster pays homage to the planet Jupiter with orange and white horizontal stripes. Ellen Page's character, Juno McGuff, appears on the poster in an orange and white shirt bulging from her pregnant belly, simulating the planet Jupiter. Amazing. Juno is the patron goddess of the Roman Empire and part of the Capitoline, Capitoline triad. Wow. I don't even know what that means. Maybe let me look up the word. Capitoline. Give me a moment here to see what it is. Alrighty. Capitoline. Let me see how would this be pronounced. I'm going to turn up my volume just in case so you guys can hear it as well. Capitoline. Okay, Capitoline. Okay, so it is of or relating to the Capitoline or to the ancient temple of Jupiter that stood on this hill. Okay, and number 2, one of the 7 hills on which ancient Rome was built. Capitoline. Okay, so I will show you the picture here of Juno with the shirt and the bulging belly and the orange and white background of the picture there, representing the planet Jupiter. Wow. Okay, because of its stripes, Jupiter is symbolized as a tiger. More homage to Jupiter is evident in this scene that displays a tiger motif rug below. And that was the first picture. Might as well show it to you again with Juno, the character Juno, played by Ellen Page at the time, sitting on the rug, the tiger rug there. Okay. Mr. Davidson made the connection between the movie Juno and the NASA Jupiter orbiter by the same name. Ah, absolutely. And this is the Juno probe. I remember that. The Juno probe. Look at that. This stuff, you just can't make it up. Juno arrived in the polar orbit of Jupiter in the year 2016 on the 5th of July. The time span from that day to the day that Page came out as transgendered male Elliot, December 1st, 2020, is 1,611 days. That is amazing. The King James Bible was first published in the year 1611. Elliot Page, having played a Jupiter-themed character, made the announcement on a date that synchronizes with a major Jovian event by the same name as her character. A historical LGBT figure was chosen to synchronize with Page's celebrated LGBT-themed announcement. And there is a link there that you can read at your own pleasure. I'll probably read it later, and who knows, I might read it now. But I do want to show you the time date. You can also see below the comparison, 1,611, and then below there the time span, and King James Bible being published in the year 1611. That is amazing. Okay. 53 and 35, the Gematria code for the LGBT theme. So, the word transgender equates to 53 in full reduction. The word gender equates to 35 in full reduction, which is the reflection of 53. And the word gender equates to 53 in the English ordinal cipher. Often in lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender narratives, the principal character has a name that sums to 35 or 53 in Gematria. Chelsea Manning. A well-known example is U.S. Army whistleblower Bradley Manning, who transitioned from Chelsea Manning. In Gematria, Chelsea, Chelsa, that name sums to 53. Manning was initially given a 35-year prison sentence. Oh my goodness. And now the Baphomet, symbol of duality. Okay, the Baphomet is one of the most recognizable, vivid, and striking occult images. It represents, among other things, the principles of polarity, duality, and non-binary. Not only regarding sex and gender, but in general, like the Chinese yin-yang. The American Church of Satan has co-opted the Baphomet, but like all symbols, they can represent multiple concepts of good or evil depending on the will of the invoker. Baphomet sums to 35 in Gematria in the full reduction cipher, and I will show you that picture of Baphomet. Get that light bulb out of there. But that is Baphomet, as you know, I'm sure many of you know what the Baphomet looks like. Okay. In keeping with the code of the polarity theme, the names of the male, female principal entities in the King James and Elliott Page narratives, they both sum to 35. So King James sums to 35. The name Elliott sums to 35. So King James is 35 in full reduction cipher. The name Elliott equates to 35 in the reverse full reduction cipher. Wow. St. Peter's Cross. Peter is the patron saint of Catholicism. St. Peter's Cross is the upside down cross. Catholic sums to 35 in the full reduction cipher. A deeper esoteric meaning at play here is St. Peter's Cross. St. Peter's Cross is known as the mutable cross in astrology. It is depicted as an upside down inverted cross. And this is the St. Peter's Cross right there. Okay. Alrighty. The 12 signs of the tropical zodiac are presented in a wheel divided into 12 equally sized segments. Each segment is a zodiac sign. Each season of the year, winter, spring, summer, and autumn, contains 3 zodiac signs. The signs that occur at the end of the season as it transitions or mutates into the next season are called the mutable signs, or mutatable signs is probably how I should pronounce that. Okay. At the end of spring, transitioning or mutating into summer is Gemini. At the end of summer is Virgo. At the end of autumn is Sagittarius, and at the end of winter is Pisces. Okay, Sagittarius is directly opposite Gemini, which form one axis. Pisces is directly opposite Virgo, which forms the other axis. The two axes form a cross of the zodiacal wheel. Wow, and I shall give you a view of that as well, so you can see the zodiac wheel there. That is amazing too. Okay, the planet Mercury rules the signs of Gemini and Virgo. The planet Jupiter rules the signs of Pisces and Sagittarius. So each leg of the cross has Jupiter on one end and Mercury on the opposite end. The mutatable cross, aka St. Peter's Cross, is formed by Mercury-Jupiter opposition. Okay? Wow. So, and he shows the different astrological signs. Well, he shows Virgo, Gemini, Pisces, Sagittarius. And then, okay, now this one here is, I'll show you this one really quickly there. Okay, so the above picture depicts the Pope in the mitre, fish hat, okay, on the right. And that was the Pope in the beginning, the one that's holding the staff. The middle is the Mesopotamian fish god, Dagon. The fish is a reference to Pisces, which is ruled by Jupiter. Wikipedia's entry on Dagon, I don't know if it's pronounced Dagon or Dagon, but it's D-A-G-O-N, okay? Wikipedia's entry on Dagon states, the god's name derives from the root DGN, to be cloudy, implying that he was originally a weather god, okay? Jupiter is a stormy planet and a god of thunder, weather god. Wow. And he has a link there if you want to delve into reading about that. Okay, so the first openly Jesuit pope is a Sagittarius ruled by Jupiter. The first openly Jesuit pope. So I don't know why I was thinking gay, but that would be the pope we have today, Pope Francis. I mean, he's not what we have, but he is the pope today, Pope Francis. Okay. On the left is the mother of Zeus, Jupiter, Rhea, OPS, Ops, sometimes equated with Sybil, Cybele. She is the symbol of Virgo, which is ruled by Mercury. So I will just show that picture one more time so you can, get the gist. And maybe you could take a screenshot and read the information below that picture there. Okay? Alrighty. Okay. LGBT narratives such as those of King James, Elliot Page, and Chelsea Manning aligned with the mutable cross, aka St. Peter's cross, Pisces, Gemini, Virgo, Sagittarius. Firstly, Page's transgender announcement was consciously made on a date, December 1st, in Sagittarius. Okay, King James is a Gemini, and King James' birthday is June 19th, 1566. Okay, King James's eldest son, Henry Frederick, Prince of Wales, is a Pisces. His birthday, February 19th, 1594. He's a Pisces. Elliot Page is a Pisces. Elliot Page, date of birth, February 21st, 1987, and as a Pisces. So I will show you the picture of the Prince of Wales, Henry Frederick, Prince of Wales, and Elliot Page. Okay? And they're both Pisces because of their birthdays. Alrighty. Ellen Page's character, Juno McGuff's boyfriend, is Paulie, Paulie, played by Michael Cera. Michael Cera is a Gemini. His birthday is June 7, 1988. And Elliot Page's real-life wife is Emma Portner, who is a Sagittarius. And her birthday, Emma Portner, her birthday is November 26, 1994. She's a Sagittarius. So I will show you Michael Cera, the guy who played Paulie in the movie Juno, and Elliot Page's wife. In real life. Alrighty. Okay, here. In Roman mythology, Juno is the consort, you could say wife, of Jupiter. Since Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter and Emma Portner is Sagittarius, she is Jupiter married to Juno in the form of Elliot Page. Juno has 2 release dates. The first release date is for the Telluride Film Festival. The second is for movie theaters in the United States. Both dates are in accordance with St. Peter's Cross. September 1st, 2007 is in Virgo. December 5th, 2007 is in Sagittarius. Wow. Another high-profile A-list LGBT celebrity is musician Freddie Mercury. His birth and death dates align with St. Peter's Cross. He was born September 5th, which is Virgo. Virgo is ruled by the planet Mercury, hence the stage name Mercury. He died on November 24th, which is in Sagittarius. Wow. So, amazing. Okay, so Freddie Mercury, his date of birth is September 5th, 1946. And he's a Virgo, and he died November 24th, 1991, which is within the Sagittarius sign. So, and I will just give you a look at Freddie Mercury there. And moving on for the picture below. Okay, the aforementioned Chelsea Manning is a Sagittarius with the same birthday as Pope Francis, December 17th. And so let's keep it moving. Oh, as a matter of fact, Moderna was approved today on Pope Francis's birthday. Go figure. So, Chelsea Manning, her birthday is December 17, 1987. She's a Sagittarius. Juno was written by Diablo Cody, who is Gemini. Diablo Cody, her birthday is June 14, 1978, and she's a Gemini. So I will show you a picture of Diablo Cody. Alright, and she is a Gemini. Alrighty. This stuff is just mind-blowing. Alright. Saint Peter is said to have been crucified upside down by Roman Emperor Nero. Okay? Nero's birth and death days aligned with Saint Peter's cross. Perhaps it could be called Nero's cross. He is a Sagittarius who died in Gemini. So, the birth date of Nero is December 15th, 37 AD. He's a Sagittarius. And he died June 9th, 68 AD in Gemini. Okay? Inversion. St. Peter's cross represents, among other things, the principle of inversion and reversal. St. Peter's cross is an inversion of the Latin cross, in keeping with the Gematria code for transgender. Inversion sums to 35, and that would be in the full reduction cipher. And if I said 55, I'm sorry, I meant 53. So let me reread that. In keeping with the Gematria code of transgender, inversion sums to 53, and that is in the full reduction cipher. Okay? Inversion can be a positive or negative. A positive form of the inversion principle is thinking critically and looking at the world from an alternate perspective, enabling one to see past the illusion of dominant prevailing false narratives. The Hanged Man tarot card is related to St. Peter's cross, aka the mutable cross. Mercury sums to 40 and 41, as does Hanged Man. The Hanged Man card is related to Pisces. And I will show you the Hanged Man card from the tarot cards. And that is it right there. Okay, and you can see that inversion equates to 53 in full reduction. Okay, so now the number 57. Hanged Man card equates to 57 for reduction. The other number relevant to the Ellen Elliot Page King James correlation is 57. The Hanged Man card sums to 57. The term Cross of Nero sums to 57 in full reduction. The NASA space orbiter by the same name, Juno, is reported to have reached the orbit of the planet Jupiter on the 5th of July or July 5th, a date written 5-7 or 7-5. In Gematria, Juno orbiter sums to 57 in the full reduction cipher. In Gematria, Jupiter sums to 99. When you spell out 99, it sums to 57. In the full reduction cipher, Jupiter sums to 99 in the English ordinal cipher. The mythological home of Zeus is Mount Olympus. Mount Olympus sums to 57 in reverse full reduction. Gemini is part of St. Peter's cross. In Gematria, Gemini sums to 57 in the English ordinal cipher. Gemini, King James IV of Scotland and First of England, is the longest serving Scottish monarch with a reign of 57 years, 246 days. King James was buried in 1625 on May 7th, a date written 5-7, like 57. It can also be 7th May and 7-5, okay? The budget for the movie Juno is listed as $7.5 million. The phrase Ellen to Elliot sums to 57 in for reduction. The term gender fluid also sums to 57 in reverse for reduction. And let me just show you those really quickly here so you can see the gematria of the words and that we're talking about here. Okay, in the movie Juno, Ellen Page plays a character named Juno McGuff. The name McGuff sums to 57 in English ordinal. Elliot Page's wife is Emma Portner. Her name sums to 57 in gematria in the full reduction cipher. Okay, the birth theme is what I'm about to read next. Okay, the most salient topic of the movie Juno, besides its Jovian theme, is birth. Juno McGuff is pregnant in the movie poster and throughout most of the film, which culminates with her giving birth. Okay, in gematria, birth sums to 57. Childbirth sums to 57. Birth ritual sums to 57. Juno McGuff gives birth to a male. This is representative of a male to whom the patron goddess of Rome gives birth, namely Mars. In gematria, Mars sums to 57, and that is Mars is 57 in the reverse ordinal cipher. Mars is said to be the father of Romulus, who founds Rome. Wow. Now, the number 201. 201 is a hugely significant, 201 is a hugely significant, if not defining, number of the Jesuit order. Absolutely. In Latin gematria, Jewish cipher on the Gematria Nata calculator, Mars sums to 201 just as Roman sums to 201. So, both of these words, Mars and Roman, equate to 201 in the Jewish gematria cipher. Okay? Occulted representations of Zeus, Jupiter in the Vatican, and the United States, the New Rome. Okay? Jupiter was portrayed in this Roman statue below from the 1st century AD. It was transported to St. Petersburg, Russia in 1861. It is no coincidence that it was moved from Italy to a city named after St. Peter, who is himself named after Jupiter. He is depicted seated with one foot forward. This statue is based on the ancient Greek statue of Zeus at Olympia that no longer stands and is one of the 7 wonders of the ancient world. So, this is a picture of Saint Jupiter in the Hermitage Museum. Okay, and he has the 1 foot forward. Alrighty. Zeus. Wow. An artist's rendition of the statue of Zeus at Olympia in Greece. So, Zeus is the model for the statue of Saint Peter. Jupiter. Below in the Vatican. So, I hope you can see both of these. Okay. The top picture is of Zeus in Olympia. Okay, and then this one, Zeus, is the model for the statue of Saint Peter, Jupiter, and that's below in the Vatican. That's him seated with the carpet-looking thing behind him. Just amazing. In the capital of the United States, the New Rome, President Abraham Lincoln is portrayed as Zeus at the Lincoln Memorial below, which is a mock temple of Zeus. See, and I never knew that. And I don't even remember him mentioning that but I'm sure he had to have in the presentation last week. I must have missed that. But there's President Lincoln sitting there. All right. Popular culture invokes Zeus Jupiter. Netflix TV series House of Cards portrays female vice president and president Claire Underwood in a Jovian pose on the fascist, F-A-S-C-E-S, fascist styled throne of the Lincoln Memorial. So here she is right there. See all the symbolism. I need to learn so much more about the symbolism, which is why I will continue to read Rambo's work on my own time, and hopefully here too. But it's just stuff is just fascinating. And here we go with President Francis, with the same name as the current and first openly Jesuit Pope. Underwood is similarly depicted, or similarly, I can't pronounce that word, but he has the same pose, and look at the blood on his hands. But from the House of Cards, he's in the same pose as Abraham Lincoln. And it is just amazing what they're doing here. Okay, below is Zeus in his temple from the 1997 Disney animated film Hercules. Juno is the Roman expression of the Greek goddess Juno. Okay, Hera is voiced by actress Samantha Eggar, who, like Ellen Page, who portrayed the same mythological character, is a Pisces. But anyway, here's the picture of Zeus in his temple from the 1997 cartoon. I don't know if you can really see that. It's pretty odd, but he's in his temple there. All right. And it says Zeus is voiced by Rip Torn, whose father was nicknamed Tiger. There goes a tiger symbolism right there. As stated in this and earlier articles, Tiger is a reference to the planet Jupiter, the striped planet. Man, that is something. The movie poster for Juno below displays the orange and white horizontal stripes of Jupiter in the backdrop, and shirt worn by then Ellen Page, a tiger motif rug, and the all-important Zeus Jovian throne pose. And I will show that one. I don't even remember this poster for Juno, but there it is again. Just amazing. All the symbolism. So much of it. Okay. The tagline, "It all started with a chair," is loaded with occult significance. As always, Gematria unearths the hidden message. Absolutely. It all started with a chair, sums to 353 in Gematria. 353 is the 71st prime number. This is significant to Elliot Page because transsexual sums to 71. Page is a Pisces, which sums to 71 as well. It is amazing. So it all started with a chair, equates to 353 in reverse ordinal. And the properties of 353, it is the 71st prime number. The word transsexual equates to 71 reverse full reduction. 71 is the most significant value that links the Jesuit order to a Jovian culture with its roots in Babylon. So, all of these words here: Zeus, Jovian, Catholic, Pisces, Virgo, and Babylon. Each of these words equate to 71 in the English ordinal cipher. The name Peter equates to 71 in reverse ordinal. Vatican City equates to 71 in reverse full reduction. Olympia, Greece, and the phrase the Society of Jesus each equate to 71 in full reduction. Wow. As the temple of Zeus was located in Olympia, Greece, in which Zeus was presented sitting on a giant throne. This is the chair referred to in the movie poster tagline. So, and you will see this is the chair that a pope is sitting on. And that is the chair. Okay. Wow, let's see what's believed here. Okay. Pope John Paul II on a St. Peter's cross, cross of Nero, mutable cross throne. That's what he was sitting on. Ooh, excuse me. This is crazy. The archetype did not all start with Zeus, okay? The archetype is from Babylon, hence the prevalence of 71 since Babylon sums to 71 and even earlier. In Gematria, the phrase giant on a throne sums to 71 and for reduction. Okay? So, I'll give you another picture. This is a picture of Elliot Page now. Okay. So, this is the picture out of tens of thousands that Wikipedia chose for their Elliot Page entry. While Page is smiling, Page's eyes are not really happy. Wikipedia felt compelled to give us this insight. Celebrities like Page and Caitlyn Jenner may be forced into these roles using MK Ultra style trauma-based mind control techniques, unlike regular people who change of their own volition. Wow. So that was the end of the blog on Elliot Page by Rambo. I hope you enjoy the reading, and I hope it encourage you to go and read the blogs on GematriaEffect.News, and just familiarize yourself with this code, because there is a code in play and it's being used every single day in so many ways. But until then, you guys have a good evening, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye bye.